The Subaru Crosstrek has long been a favorite in the subcompact crossover segment, praised for its practicality, comfortable ride, and impressive all-wheel drive capability. However, no vehicle is perfect, and there are certain drawbacks that might make you think twice before buying one. From performance limitations to tech shortcomings, today we're diving into the Crosstrek's biggest flaws. 6 reasons why it might not be the right choice for you. Number 6. Lackluster base engine power. The Crosstrek is an impressive small crossover in many ways, but its base engine isn't one of its strong points. The standard model comes with a 2.0-liter 4-cylinder boxer engine that produces just 152 horsepower. To make matters worse, its CVT gearbox doesn't seem to transfer that modest power effectively to the wheels, resulting in sluggish overall performance. The Crosstrek takes nearly 10 seconds to reach 60 miles per hour, which is slow by modern standards. On the bright side, despite its lackluster power, this engine delivers excellent fuel economy, especially considering the standard all-wheel drive. It achieves around 27 miles per gallon in the city and 34 miles per gallon on the highway. Thankfully, the available 2.5-liter flat 4 offers a noticeable improvement, generating 182 horsepower and cutting the 0 to 60 miles per hour time to just over 8 seconds. While that's significantly quicker than the base engine, many competitors still offer superior acceleration and overall performance. However, fuel efficiency remains nearly identical, with the larger engine returning around 27 miles per gallon in the city and 33 miles per gallon on the highway. Given the improved performance with minimal impact on fuel economy, the 2.5-liter engine is a much better choice. Number 5. Cheap-looking cabin. The Crosstrek's interior displays its preference for practicality above appearance, which is shared by the majority of Subaru vehicles. Although it is quite functional with a roomy and cozy cabin and several little storage spaces, the overall appearance is simple and uninspired. With around 20 cubic feet behind the second row and 54.7 cubic feet with the seats folded down, the cargo capacity is also fairly competitive, making it a good option when compared to major competitors. But compared to other Subaru SUVs like the Forester and Outback, the Crosstrek appears even more basic for an entry-level crossover. The inside is dominated by harsh plastics, the color palettes aren't very striking, and the dashboard design is simple, while electronic gadgets and screens give some contemporary touches. Nevertheless, the build quality is good. Although there aren't any soft-touch materials, the fit and finish and durability feel well done. Even if it's not the most fashionable cabin, the Crosstrek's adventure-ready spirit fits in nicely with its tough and practical design. Number 4. Underwhelming tech features. Subaru has never excelled at technology, and the new Crosstrek is no different. Compared to the competition, the infotainment system appears antiquated, especially in entry versions. Basic 7-inch touchscreens seen on entry-level models still rely on wired Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which is a significant disadvantage given that the majority of competitors come with wireless connection as standard. Even with the bigger 11.6-inch touchscreen and wireless smartphone connectivity seen in higher trims, the visuals still look outdated and the icons seem cartoonish. Furthermore, the system's touch reaction is slow, giving the impression that it is a generation or two behind more sophisticated infotainment systems in the market. Another letdown is the audio system. The majority of versions use a simple 6-speaker configuration, which is disappointing in terms of both speaker quantity and sound quality. Bass is conspicuously lacking, and the Crosstrek's inadequate sound shielding accentuates the audio output's weakness. The Harman Kardon premium audio system is the only way to get good sound quality, but it's a costly edition that's only available on the limited trim and up. The Crosstrek's technological features aren't all bad either. Subaru offers a wide range of standard safety features to make up for its infotainment inadequacies. Lane departure warning, automatic emergency braking, adaptive cruise control, frontal collision warning, and lane keeping assistance are standard on all Crosstreks. More sophisticated driver assistance features including evasive steering assist, rear cross-traffic warning, blind spot monitoring, and rear automated emergency braking are added to higher model levels. Number 3. Poor sound insulation. This is another typical Subaru problem, or more generally, a problem with Japanese manufacturers. Subaru tends to offer more standard equipment than many of its competitors, even if it excels in several areas, like its drivetrain technology and well-known all-wheel drive system. But once you start driving, cabin noise, one of its significant disadvantages, becomes apparent. Road and tire noise can be very evident at slower speeds, particularly if you're wearing winter or all-season tires. Wind noise becomes a problem as you accelerate. On roads, when air turbulence surrounding the car intensifies, the issue gets worse. Then there's the sound of the engine. Although boxer engines are generally regarded as being quite quiet, the Crosstrek's CVT gearbox is the source of the problem. The engine frequently lingers at high RPMs under heavy acceleration due to CVT's lack of conventional gear changes, which makes it noisy and droning. Additionally, the simulated gear changes don't do much to conceal the transmission's raw quality. Nevertheless, even while these noise problems might be bothersome, they are not so bad as to impair driving. Since Subaru has never been recognized for its outstanding sound insulation, longtime owners will probably find it to be completely typical. The Crosstrek's noise levels, however, can disappoint anyone switching from luxury vehicles or even some popular subcompact crossovers that prioritize elegance and quiet interiors. It should be perfectly acceptable to Subaru fans and those used to the brand's practical philosophy. Number 2. Unrefined Transmission. Many enthusiasts were dissatisfied when Subaru introduced the latest model Crosstrek since it only offered the CVT instead of the manual gearbox. For drivers, the manual gearbox's absence was a significant disadvantage because it was not only more engaging but also performed better. Since the CVT is currently the only option, the Crosstrek seems a little disadvantaged because it is by no means the best gearbox on the market. Reliability and durability are advantages, but refinement is a weakness. Due to its tendency to maintain higher RPMs for extended periods of time, the engine becomes notably noisy under heavy acceleration, producing a droning and unrefined sound. The driving experience feels fake since Subaru has tried to replicate gear shifts, but the execution isn't very seamless. In addition to the noise problem, the CVT appears to restrict the engine's capabilities. Power distribution to the wheels isn't as direct as it would be with a conventional automatic or dual-clutch gearbox, and acceleration feels slow. The Crosstrek would have performed much better overall if Subaru had chosen a more responsive and engaging transmission. Given that the Crosstrek shines in other important areas, this lack of gearbox refinement is particularly annoying. It can easily handle off-road excursions in difficult terrain because to its 8.7 inches of ground clearance and Subaru's renowned all-wheel drive system. But the CVT hinders it, making it less fun to drive than many of its rivals in the market. Number 1. Hybrid trim incoming. The exciting developments that will occur next year are among the main arguments against purchasing a Crosstrek at this time. We advise you to wait another year if you're thinking about making the Crosstrek your preferred subcompact crossover, since Subaru is about to release a brand new hybrid model, the most competent one in the series. Many people believe that because Subaru and Toyota have a technological collaboration, the brand may adopt Toyota's hybrid technology, much like Mazda did with the CX-50 hybrid. Subaru, however, has a long history of doing things its own way, so instead of completely using Toyota's technology, it is creating a special hybrid system of its own. A 2.5-liter boxer engine, an electric motor, and a 1.1 kilowatt-hour battery pack will form the core of this system. With a total output of 194 horsepower, this configuration will be the most potent and quickest Crosstrek ever made. The drivetrain arrangement of this innovative hybrid system is another noteworthy aspect. Subaru is adhering to its conventional AWD concept, in contrast to other hybrids that employ an electric all-wheel drive system with a separate motor powering the rear wheels. A mechanical prop shaft will still be used by the system, guaranteeing reliable power distribution to all four wheels, outstanding off-road performance, and great traction. The hybrid Crosstrek, which has 194 horsepower and a real AWD system, claims to accelerate more quickly and use a lot less gasoline than its gas-only competitors. With an anticipated price tag of about $30,000, it will remain reasonably priced despite these advancements, making it an appealing choice for anyone looking for both capability and efficiency.